Good morning. Today we are going to discuss interprocess communication using message queue. As you know, message queue is actually it's a linked list. Actually, it is a linked list, and each node of that linked list is having a message and its type. For example, the length of that message is also there in that node. That means it is a first in first out structure. That means the elements of the queue are added. Elements of, suppose that a new message is there, then that new message is added at the tail, and from the head you are going to delete it or you are going to take away that. So this is an example. That means this is the sending process and message passing module, receiving process and message passing module. That means these two are two independent processes as far as inter-process communication is concerned. Now this message is actually which is residing in the kernel, and the sending process is sending that message to the kernel, and then it is creating a linked list of messages, and each node of that linked list is having type of the message and the content of the message. Type means the length of the message, and other details are also there. That means that is the message. Okay, then here this is the sending message passing module, receiving process and message passing module. Means here one important concept is, that means here using f to k, that means it is generating a unique key. If you are generating or if you are whether you are sending or whether you are receiving, you have to use this f and you have to generate a unique key, and using the same set of arguments you have to generate the key for the sender as well as receiver. That means you ask the parameters to f you have to pass the same thing at both the ends, f. For example, here we have a program. That means this is a writer process, and this is a writer process, and that is sending the message to the message queue, and this is a reader process, and on both of these you have key is equal to f proc file 65, and see here also we are using the same key is equal to f proc file 65. That means same key you are going to generate at both ends. That means using f you can generate a unique key, and that is the identifier for that message. And see, the other one is Messga get, means you are going to create a message queue. If that message queue does not exist, it will create a new message queue, and if a message queue with the same identifier already exists, then there is no need to create that again. That is Messga get. See here we are using Messga is equal to Messga get key 0.666 IPC create. Means here using this key, that means a unique key is generated, and after that using that unique key you are going to have a new message queue. That means you are going to create a message queue, and if a message queue already exists with that key, then there is no need to create that again. That means if it already exists, there is no need to create it again. If it already exists, then nothing will be done, and if it does not exist with the same key, then it is going to create it. That is Messga get. That means it will either create or it will continue with the previous one. So that is about Messga get. Either returns the message queue identifier for a newly created message queue, or returns identifiers for a queue which exists with the same key value. If it already exists, then that will be returned, and if it does not exist, it will create a new one. Then Message send means MSGSND, 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 MSG send means data is placed on the message queue by calling MSG send. That means if you have a message, then you are going to send it. Send it, that means for that you need, that means the usage I will show you. Message send means here this is message sent. That means the parameters are message ID, that means the message queue identifier. The address of message means the actual message, size of the message, and the finally last one 0 means that is some other identifier. So there is no need to study that right now. That is for sending a message. So when you are sending a message to the message queue, that is just like a queue, that means that is appended at the head of the head, and from the tail you are going to delete it. That means from to one end, that means whether it is head or tail, to one end you are going to add, and from the other end it is deleting it. That means if you are sending a message, then that will be added as a node in the linked list. That means this is for sending, or this is for, that means see here using MSG ID you are going to generate a message queue. Then after that, that means here fgetter, this is for reading text from the keyboard. Then using message send, you are going to send that message. That message is residing there, and data is sent. Okay, so that is for sending, and for receiving you are going to use MSG RCV. For using MSG RCV you are going to receive messages are received from the queue. So I will show you how that can be done. That means here message received, address of message, size of message 1,0 means here from this message ID, that means you are going to generate the same unique value using ftop, and using that you are going to read it from the message queue. Okay, data is received, and once that data is received, this message CTRL, that is for destroying the queue. Okay, so these are the main system goals as far as message queue is concerned. Message queue is actually, it's a kernel entity, and for creating it you are going to have MSG get, and for sending it you have to use MSG SND, for receiving it MSG RCV, for destroying the queue you have to use MSG CTL, and for generating a unique key you have to use ftop. Okay, so now at this point in time I will show you how this can be executed. For sender and receiver, I already have this is the sender and this is the receiver. So here a message is there, and using key is equal to ftop program file. Using this you have created a key, and using MSG ID, MSG get, this one you have created a message queue, and here this is for receiving a string from the keyboard, and using this MSG send it is sending that message, and till print data is sent. Okay, at the receiving end, that is for writer process, and for reader process again using ftop you are going to generate a key, and using MSG ID is equal to MSG get, we are going to generate, or if it already exists then you are going to receive that. Using MSG RCV you are going to receive that, and using MSG CTL you are going to destroy that. Okay, so these two programs I copied and I have saved it here, and I have already Then I am going to msg receive and nothing is there. Okay, now I'm going to send it. Msg send. When I'm trying to send it, it is asking for data. Hello. What will happen? What happened? That means this hello, that data is sent to the message queue, and once that message is available in the message queue, the receiver is receiving that and it is also ending. Okay, so this is the way you can use a message queue, and the important system calls related to message queue are ftop, msg get, msg snd, msg rcv and msg ck. Okay, thank you.